All right, so no doubt you've heard by now. I think it was November 21st or something like that. Joey Behar on the dumpster fire of a show, The View, was talking about Joe Rogan believing in dragons, trying to disparage Joe Rogan to her audience of 6 people. Uh, that audience, that's a declining audience for The View. I mean, are they getting new viewers, or are their viewers getting in their 80s, 90s, and hundreds and dropping off? So not a good not a good fight to pick a fight with Joe Rogan, but who knows? Maybe she's trying to do it to bolster the viewership. She is definitely a clown, Charlie. Let's get into this first thing here. So this is Fox News. Fox News is okay. No, they're just part of the MSN, so mainstream media. So let's see what they have to say here. The podcast host Joe Rogan mocked The View by changing his description in social media after they claimed he believes in dragons. View co-host Whoopi Goldberg, dumpster fire, opened a segment on Thursday by discussing a recent poll showing many young Americans get their news from social media influencers who skew towards the political right. No, they don't skew towards the political right. They skew towards common sense, which just happens to belong on the slight right of the political scale at this point. When you move the Overton window so far to the left, people have to move over to the right just to get back to the middle. So that's what it is. So let's get it right a little bit. Co-host Sarah Haynes responded with a PSA urging viewers to be skeptical, particularly in this era of misinformation and AI. God, I hate that term, misinformation. And that when you see something that really pisses you off, you should triple check that one. I think that's why people like our show. No, nobody likes your show, you dumpster. Co-host Joey Behar replied because they know that we are checked by ABC News. Yeah, I know, because they're so credible, that ABC News. We're checked by everybody, Goldberg agreed. Yeah, if we're wrong, we have, the legal note here, Behar added, referring to co-host Sonny Hostin's legal background. Behar went on to lament that as a country, we went from Walter Cronkite basically to this guy, Joe Rogan, who believes in dragons. I checked it. Okay. Yeah, you went from a news media that didn't have social media for anybody to just fact check you lively to see on the live to see if you're full of shit, to just have to believe who's on TV, because everything on TV is true, right? Let's see what else. Yes, I did, Behar responded, and also thinks that dragons, like I guess dinosaur-y type of animals, roamed the earth when people did. So this is a type of really, really bad information that's going out there. But it's possible Donald Trump did roam the earth when dinosaurs were here. Oh, God. That's hilarious. I wish I saw that when they were broadcasting that. I wish I was one of the 7 people that watched, because that's a hilarious joke. The podcaster responded by sharing a clip of the conversation and wrote, "That's my new official X description." His bio description on the X platform at the time this article was written reads Dragon Believer, which is hilarious. It's just leaning into it. It's basically a big fuck you. You're stupid, and you're not gonna bug him. Which is weird though that he even knew about it. Somebody must have told him, because he doesn't really pay attention to shit like that usually, or at least he says he doesn't. Rogan, who talks with a wide variety of guests about hot button issues and esoteric theories, has talked about dragons on his podcast numerous times. Noting that stories about dragons are something found in multiple creatures around the world, he has spoken from some guests about whether they are based on some large reptilian creature or a late surviving pterodactyl that didn't necessarily breathe fire like the dragons of myth. We have Komodo dragons. You know what I mean? Like, the idea that they're dragons, basically fucking alligators and crocodiles are little dragons. They don't fly or anything, but these are all in the same sort of vein. The idea that there maybe was some type of bird that was like a Komodo dragon type bird, or something that would look like a dragon of some sort, is not a stretch in any regard whatsoever. So it's just lowbrow, idiotic people trying to get a little clickbait, I think, by just mentioning Joe Rogan in something like that. You're gonna get some laughs from the 80-year-olds that think you're funny already, and the others that are just too stupid to know any better might laugh too. I'm guessing she got her very small element of her viewership happy about picking on Joe Rogan. That's about all I can take of reading this bullshit. But I thought it was just quite funny they leaned right into it. You know, as if you're gonna touch him, as if your clown network is gonna touch him. What do you got? Viewership of like 600,000 or something, maybe. Rogan's like 12 million. Gonna really affect him here. So, I'm sure he's really hurt by you calling him a dragon believer.